What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Board Game Basement. My name is Jackson.
And my name is Thomas.
And today we are unboxing the Catan expansion, Traders and Barbarians. Let's get into it.
Obviously, the first thing we should do is take the shrink wrap off.
Yeah, if you can.
If you can. Shrink wrap, getting the shrink wrap off of the game initially, it's like always the hardest part of everything.
Yep, so this is the final Catan expansion as of today. And as of right now, this is the final Catan expansion. There are not any more that I know of. We have them all now, and I'm excited to open this final one.
Collection is complete.
Yeah, we do still need to get the extensions for them, but that doesn't really count.
Variant rules and campaign scenarios. This is a 23-page book that doesn't even contain the rules, really.
Oh, wow,
it's
that
just
is a pretty big book.
a scenario book.
All right, so the first thing on top is a bunch of fish. Lots of fish.
It's interesting because Explorers and Pirates also has fish.
So the back actually says the Fishermen of Catan, so that's interesting.
This contains double hexes, and on the back it says the Rivers of Catan, and it also has a ton of these little tokens that look like cities, mines. They have a poor settler thing, and then on the back they also have a ton of icons that I don't really know what they mean.
Yeah, but this one's just very similar as well. Icons with whatever these little towns or settlements are, as well as double hexes that are combined.
That's
as well
triple
as
X.
That's a triple. Yeah, it is a triple X. As well as a Harbor Master, which is very similar to the longest road and largest army of the base game. It is 2 victory points, and the first player to acquire 3 harbor points gets the card, and people who acquire more then steal the card.
So it looks like this is some type of collection of coin punch-outs. It has what must be 2 denominations, big coin and small coin, my 2 favorite types of coin.
And then these also say Traders and Barbarians on the purple, and then the Rivers of Catan, and they literally are just border pieces.
They look like normal frame pieces.
I saw this before I actually looked what they were.
So this one actually has 3 different classifications, or actually has 4. These 3 all say Traders and Barbarians. This one says Fishermen of Catan, this one says Barbarian Attack, and this one says The Caravans. So there's a lot of iconography on all of these, and I don't really know what any of them mean.
So I'm assuming that, well, at least I'm not so sure why they had to specify, but I'm guessing you'll need certain ones for certain scenarios. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then we also have a bunch of new cards and a bunch of new
bag
pieces.
of camels.
Yeah, and then we have a bunch of new
All
cards.
camels.
Bunch of new cards, and I'm not entirely sure what they do. They seem maybe like development cards possibly, but I can't really see the backs of them.
This is a little mixed bag of all of the different playing pieces.
And it does come with individual bags to sort them into, though.
If we take a look at red, which is sort of my go-to color, I think that these are the bridges that I was reading about on the back. Each one comes with these 3 bridges, and then this, I think, is a covered wagon.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what these actually are.
It comes with 24 wooden knights.
Oh, these are horses. These must be the knights.
12 wooden bridges, 22 wooden camels, 4 wooden wagons, 36 wooden barbarians, 40 coin counters, which we saw, 120 new cards, which are right here, special victory point cards and tokens, and variants and scenarios.
We have horses, we have wagons, we have bridges.
Yep.
It's actually Catan,
And then-
Wild Wild West expansion.
And then the inside of the box has the normal plastic insert, which, ironically, the only Catan expansion to not have this was the Explorers and Pirates, which we unboxed earlier on the channel. So that's interesting. So at least this one has it.
Well, I think we're going to get these punched out, and we'll take a quick little overview of the cards as well once we're done that, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have opened up all of the cards over here, and we have punched out all of the components. There was definitely a good bit of stuff to do. We have these 4 stacks of fish tokens, these 3 types of tokens, which I don't know what they do, this glorious little stack of camel meeples, if you will, all kinds of components all laid out in front of us.
Yep, as well as just a ton of different kinds of cards. We have Catan event cards, the development card Barbarian Attacks, development cards for Traders and Barbarians, and baggage train cards. I'm not sure what any of them do, but it does add a lot of components into the game.
The one thing that I do know is that there is one set of cards there that just straight up replaces the die rolling mechanic.
The event card.
Yeah, and so instead you just draw 1 each turn, and that's how you determine production instead of rolling dice. And it's interesting because you know the distribution of the rolls, if you will, rather than it being pure random.
However, they also do different things. So they're not just replacing the die roll. They also add different events. Like, for example, epidemic. Each player receives only 1 resource for each of his cities that produces this turn. And it also counts as a 6 production. So
it's interesting, and yeah, that's basically it for the Traders and Barbarians expansion.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll get this featured on the channel some point in the near future.
Yep, stay tuned for hopefully a how-to video, maybe a review, and definitely gameplay of all the Catan expansions at some point. But that is all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time in the Board Game Basement.